Hello trainers, and welcome to another deck profile here on Smashing Gaming. And if you like the content that I create, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Also, feel free to leave a comment below, as all comments are welcome as they help me improve. So with that, let's get into the deck profile. Luxray is another one of my favourite Pokemon, as of course the electric Pokemon, so this should be a good deck to play. So starting off, we have Oranguru. We're playing Oranguru here with the ability Primate Wisdom. So Oranguru is a normal Pokemon with 120 HP. It has a retreat cost of 2 and a weakness to fighting. It has one attack, Whap Down, that for free colorless energy does 70 damage. However, as stated, we're playing it for the ability Primate Wisdom. That allows us to switch a card from our hand with a top card on our deck, and this comes in handy for when we play a Luxio, which I'll get into later on in the deck. Next we have the standard Bidoof and Bibarel engine, so this is to help us draw cards. So Bidoof is a normal Pokemon with 70 HP, a retreat cost of 2 and a weakness to fighting. It has one attack, a rollout, that for 2 colourless energy does 30 damage. And Bibarel is a normal Pokemon with 120 HP, it has one attack, Tail Smash, that does 300 damage for 3 colourless energy. And you get to flip a coin, and if tails, this attack does nothing. However, as stated, the main reason that we're playing these is for a draw engine, so we're hoping to use Industrious Incisors, which allows us to draw until we have 5 cards in our hand. Next, we have Shinx. Shinx is a electric Pokemon with 60 HP, it has a retreat cost of 1 and a weakness to fighting. Has one attack, Under Pressure, that does 10 damage, and if our opponent has 3 or fewer prize cards remaining, this attack does 50 more. This can come in handy in a pinch if we are struggling. We're also playing Luxio. This is the Luxio with the ability Top Entry. So Luxio is a electric Pokemon with 90 HP, it has a retreat cost of 1 and a weakness to fighting. Has one attack, Zap Kick, that does 30 damage. However, it has the ability Top Entry. That means if we drew this Pokemon for our turn, we get to place it straight on the bench, so we get to skip the Shinx evolution line. So this is why we play Oranguru, because we can place Luxio back on top of the deck and accelerate it to the bench. Next, we have the main attacker of the deck, and that is Luxray. So Luxray is a electric Pokemon with 150 HP. It has a retreat cost of 1 and a weakness to fighting. It has 2 attacks. First attack, Energy Crush, does 50 damage times the number of energy attached to all of our opponent's Pokemon. So this is great for decks going against decks that accelerate energy, for example Shadow Calyx and also Palkia. It also has another attack, Flash Impact, that does 110 damage, and we do 30 damage to one of our bench Pokemon. This comes in handy if our opponent realises that we are hoping that they get to accelerate a lot of energy, and that way we can still do a decent amount of damage. We're also playing one copy of the Luxray with the raid attack. So Luxray here is an electric Pokemon with 160 HP, a retreat cost of 1 and a weakness to fighting. It has 2 attacks. First attack, Raid, does 60 damage, and if you evolved from Luxio this turn, you get to do 160 damage. It also has the attack Headbolt that does 120. We're also playing a copy of Radiant Hawlucha. Radiant Hawlucha is a fighting Pokemon with 90 HP, a retreat cost of 1 and a weakness to fight Psychic. It has one attack, Spiral Kick, that does 50 damage for 1 fighting and 1 colourless energy. However, it is in here for the ability Big Match. That means that all of our Pokemon's attacks do 30 more damage to our opponent's active VMAX Pokemon. So with that, let's get into the trainers. So starting off with the trainers, we have one copy of Energy Search, just great for grabbing a basic electric energy when we need it, as we don't only play 7 in the deck. Next we have Evolution Incense, great for getting our Luxios and Luxrays for when we need them. We have Ordinary Rod, great recovery, as we are a stage 2 deck, so we will be evolving, so chances are we will have to take some knockout, or rather have to let our opponent have some knockouts, so this is great for a bit of recovery. We also have Quick Ball, standard for going grabbing our basics. We have 4 copies of Rare Candy, great for skipping evolutions into our Luxrays. However, we do need to be careful that we don't have to use it for the raid Luxray, as if we use it then we don't get to get the extra damage from the move raid. We also have Ultra Ball, again, a great ball for searching our Pokemon. We have Training Court, great for getting the energy back if we are if one of our Luxrays are knocked out. We also have the usual copies of Boss, just great for gusting our Pokémon up. We also have a couple of copies of Cynthia's Ambition. This allows us to draw until we have 5 cards in our hand, and if any of our Pokémon were knocked out during our opponent's last turn, we get to draw until we have 8. We also have the usual couple of copies of Marnie, just great draw and hand disruption for our opponent. We're also playing 2 copies of Peony. Peony allows us to discard our entire hand and search our deck for 2 trainer cards, reveal them and put them into our hand. This comes in handy if we need to grab a Rare Candy and an Evolution Incense, and also works great with Industrious Incisors, the Bibarel's ability, as we can play Peony, discard our hand, go and grab the Evolution Incense and the Rare Candy, and then use Incisors to draw 5 cards. We also have a couple of copies of Professor's Research in here, the standard draw engine in great and ill decks. And lastly, we have copies of Speed Lightning Energy. Speed of Lightning Energy allows us to draw 2 cards when this card gets attached to a Lightning Pokemon, and really should be played in all Lightning decks as it is a form of draw engine. And lastly, we just have a few copies of Lightning Energy. So with that, let's get into some games. Okay, here we go, first game with Luxray. I have my lovely new Pokemon Pokeball cup, so I've got some lovely hot tea in it. I'm going to pick myself up another 1 or 2 of these. They were from BM Bargains. Sadly not sponsored. If I ever get sponsored, that'd be good. So let's see, we're going to start with Bidoof, and we do have an Ultra Ball, so we can get ourselves a Luxio set up next turn. Would like to keep the barrel though. Looks like we are against a ball. We are against Lost Engine, okay. So we are still trading fine for prizes. As we'll quick ourselves a Shinx. So we do have all of our Luxrays. All of our Shinxes. We have prize. No, we'd have all our Bibarels as well. We've prize 1 Boss, 1 Research. Set up and we'll guarantee barrel. Go for ability because they will probably look at attack off with Cramorant. Not the Val VIP pass, so I imagine I'm going to go for a Comfy Cramorant or 2 Comfies. There's a Green Ninja. Okay, so Giratina, Cramorant. Imagine they'll use Corliss' Experiment this turn. 3 cards into the discard pile plus Comfy, which means Cramorant is negative. Now going to bench a Scoop Up next. Fine. That's Grass Energy to Tina, and they're going to Marnie us, so I'm happy I put that back on the top of the deck, so at least we can guarantee ourselves some draw this turn. Barrow, a Shinx and a Luxray, and got a Training Court going down, so that could be useful for us as well. So, I think with 3 energies on, we'll do 150. So hopefully we can just win for the prize trade. So we will. So we do have a ball. We'll just get rid of the. Really want to get ourselves in. I don't think he's any use against. We'll get ourselves our box. Capital. Prizes for 5. Shinx, Boss. Okay, so on top of the deck now. Now we have all our Shinxes set up. So really what we're looking for is Rare Candy. We do know we're getting Boss next turn, but hopefully Speed Lightning and Barrel we can draw into something. We can use Flare Selecting ability to put a Psychic Energy. That does mean we do have, well, they do have one in the discard pile. Back with Training Court. I was going to say that does mean that we don't have to worry too much about Sableye, but Sableye will be a problem for us. We might have to look at this arrow, so we will attach here. Toss back. Pick. Oh, no point. That's wait. Next turn we can. They're going to go into the Giratina, but they can use Star Recon to take a knockout Barrel, or we Gus one of our Shinxes into the active and take a knockout on that. We are only a 1 energy attacker, so it's not that big a deal. We do have Training Court to get an energy back as well. I don't know if you can hear my dog, Buttons is currently snoring at the moment, so you might hear her. It's Snuffleupagus. Oh. Imagine our opponent does have the Scoop Up Net and the Switch, but I'm trying to decide what to either boss up. So, okay, so they're going to play the Marnie. So, at least we've got boss for next turn and Radiant Hawlucha. Are going to switch into the Cramorant. We won't take a knockout on the Barrel. Sadly though, we need to throw into a Rare Candy, a Luxray, and an okay, so our opponent's just going to switch because Cramorant's not active. Us. Put the Luxray deck. Okay, so I'm more happy just doing discard here. Do get the evolve. Well, other. Tempted to leave Bibarel in the active now. We'll attach it here. We have Rare Candy, so we'll hold that the now because we do have the Raid Luxray active as well now that we've got those two. Yeah, we'll just hold our hand now. That's the only problem with the Speed Lightning energies is that if you attach it to Bibarel, you you don't get any benefit from it. So it looks like that's Cramorant now active. Getting our Giratina down. We're now doing 200 damage. As long as they keep putting energy onto their bench, fine by us. They also could use Mirage Gate and accelerate 2 different types of energy. That would help us out a lot. So I'm feeling like we would want to hold the hand. So I think what we'll do is we will just manually repeat the Luxray. We'll go into our Raid Luxray. We'll also evolve just so we can get some use out of the sizers. We get Marnie, so it's good top draw. We'll also put Cynthia back on top of the deck, just guaranteeing us 7 cards. Oh, I mean, we can get ourselves a Luxio. Turn. Draw Marnie, our opponent here. Good, we've got Cynthia again. I was worried that when I put it back in, I thought I made a misplay there. I probably did misplay there, but that's fine. So we'll take the knockout on this Cramorant, so that's going to be useful for us. We do have 160, so we, as I say, we will lose a Pokemon probably most turns. But if we can take the lead here and then get a knockout on one of these bench Giratinas, that'll be good for us. Sadly, both our bosses are now discarded. I would like to now play some form of recovery, probably Pal Pad in the deck, and maybe drop a... I wouldn't drop a Rod, I would probably maybe get rid of one of the researchers and put researchers. I've got to put one of the Professor's research back in the deck. So it looks like they are going to go in for the Sableye and take the knockout on, I think they get 12 damage, or is it 20? Yeah, so it is active now, I think. 7, 10, so we need 10, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've only got 7, so Sableye isn't active at the moment, so we do want to try and get our Luxios probably set up this turn if we can. Are doing though 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are doing 250 damage. Okay, they are going to discard some energy that does reduce our attack down, so we might want to see if we can get one of these Luxios evolved. So we do, we can grab that. Also discards the cell state. No, we don't really. Cynthia's Marnie. Oh, sells an energy. Marnie, our opponent. Marnie coming in handy here for disrupting our opponents. That is not what we want to see though. Not particularly what we want to see. So our choice are to do 110 or we can do 150, so we'll go for the 150. So, see, we will lose the Luxray, but we do have another one set up in the turn. They can take 2 prizes, as I say, with Bibarel, so we're going to use Mirage Gate. It's going to power up our attack as long as they spread the end, so they're going to attach one to the Giratina, the other one to Giratina, so a bit of Psychic Energies now, potentially. Probably not, there's probably, well, they've got 3 in Losso, and they'll probably still have access to it, and they do have Clara as well for recovery, so do. I wish we had a boss. If we had a boss, we could boss up the Giratina, but that Zigzagoon ping is annoying because that is going to get rid of our Bibarel. Again, they used another Mirage Gate here, so they are powering up. Why they're attaching the energy here? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're doing 50, 100, 200, 300. So we're doing 350 damage now. I just wish we didn't have 3 rare candies in our hand. I'll take the knockout on this Giratina. Rod, that's a good one. We'll get ourselves to. I want to get a and back. Fine. And I've done that. It was. Oh no, that actually worked out for me. That's fine. We will evolve here, and we will then Cynthia. Do get ourselves a Shinx and an energy. We do have to be careful with the Sableye. That's a problem. Would like to get the Bidoof down. It might give them a easy target now. I'll go for Energy Crush here and take the knockout on Giratina for 250. That's Peony, that's fine, and a quick ball. So are we now out of rods? Are out of rods. I believe we might only have these Luxrays left. So we do have 3 prizes. We need to take a a knockout turn with one of these Luxrays. If our opponent ropes us, we can probably go into the Shinx. Have Shinx deck, or yeah, oh wow, we don't actually might struggle here. So from playing the deck, I might need to put more recovery in. We do need some forms of recovery. See, our opponent does only have 9 cards left though. If they continue to draw through the deck, they may end up with nothing if they're not careful with the resources. They are down 2 ropes. Got 1 scoop up net and the lost zone. They are 2 switches, so I imagine they do have scoop up net in their hand. The ideal play would be to use Sableye here. I'm going to get 2 grass energy back. I'm going to use Mirage Gate again. They do accelerate energy, so they are just going to pass. Okay, so that's good for us. We will Rare Candy into our Luxray here. And we will put the Cynthia's Ambition deck. Going to have a nosy. We don't want any more. Just to see what we've got. So we do have Barrel in there, so it probably would be useful for us to get Bibarel just to avoid the potential Sableye taking multiple knockouts on us. Got to be careful because we are running low on resources here. That's just to help reduce Sableye taking multiple prizes. We won't use that, but we will use Crush. We'll do get Marnie. Useful, although I'd like to see our opponent's hand get smaller, or at least I'd like to see them put more energy onto the board. The problem is, as I said in my review at the start, is that our opponent does get wise to what we're trying to do, so they can't just be accelerating energy, because it does mean that we do more damage. And our prize trade at the moment is better than theirs, so they are going to keep Giratina in here. So we probably will have to go in for Cramorant, so we will go for our bench. I am tempted to Marnie our opponent, but what we'll do is we'll leave it now, because actually we'll attach the energy here. No, hold. We'll just hold. We'll put, forgot about that. We will put that. It's fine. Actually, I wish we hadn't put the damage on the Oranguru and I went for Energy Crush there, because they can save a life, but they're just going to attack, so that's game for us. So they do 110, we do 100, but we're going to go for the Energy Crush. So we'll take the win against a lost Giratina lost box. So that's the first game. Good win. Right, see if we can get another game. Okay, here we go with another game with Luxray. Looks like our opponent's playing Victini. As long as it's not quad Victini, we should be not too bad. Lucky for us, Victini's attack actually won't knock us out, because it's only paired up if they are against a Pokemon V, and we're not playing any Vs. We are going to get a Shinx to start. We will need to get ourselves probably a Bidoof down. Try and get some draw on the go. Looks like we did mulligan twice there. Oh, it's Shadow Rider. Okay, so we should have a good matchup against Shadow Rider. They will accelerate a lot of energy. Self a. I wonder if we should. Yeah, we will. I want to make sure we've got the arrow for next turn. We will get back. Match it and arrow deck. Okay, so we do a research as well for next turn. So if they may go into is it not Celestial? Get its name. Looks like they didn't draw very well though. They are just going to Shadow Mist us. Doesn't affect us too much. Marnie back on deck. Hate to discard the candy, so what we'll do is first use Industrial Synthesizers and try and get ourselves a Luxray. Don't, sadly, so we will just get another Shinx set up so that we have backer ready to go. Let's discard our hand though. We do have the Rare Candy. Play there by me. We will just use Flash Impact. To 30 to our Bidoof. This sets up this Shadow Rider for a 2-hit KO knockout or potentially a 3-hit KO, depending on what they do next. I'm going to attach energy, so we're now doing 100. We use Energy Crush. We're going to use Underworld Door, which will allow them to accelerate energies. They may not though. Do have the Articuno. Switch into the Articuno. Fine. They're going to Marnie us. It's a shame because we did have Boss. We probably could have took the knockout on that Shadow Rider. Oh, we have 3 researches. These are the kind of hands that ETCGO gives you sometimes. Sometimes you're just like that. What? But it does look like our opponent's going to accelerate a lot of energy here, so we will win the prize trade if they continue to accelerate energies and they're not careful with what they're doing. So at the moment we're doing 150, so we will. Well, I suppose the only thing we can do is research. Okay, we sadly don't get into candy. I would like to candy here. We will evolve one of our pixies into go here. Also kind of tempted to, I don't think we need the, well, put the Manaphy down. I think we'll stop that Articuno if it does. Players will use Industrial Synthesizers. Do Peony for next turn. Tempted to actually go for the goal here. Just because chances are high that we will knocked out here, so that back on the top of the deck and use top entry next turn. We've got raid as well, so I think we're good to go. So we will use Crush, which does 150 at the moment. One prize, Rod, that's a very good price, so we can get ourselves our Luxio and Luxray back. We will take the knockout on the Shadow Rider if our opponent accelerates energy and attaches more than 2 this turn. So they're going to use Underworld Door again. Okay, so they are going to take a knockout. Our opponent might not be fully aware of how much damage Luxray's potential is. That's 100, 200, 250, and our opponent has 210, so be good to take a knockout on this Cadillacs unless they switch it onto the bench. Might do. We're now doing 300 damage though. Flash Impact. So if we get ourselves a Radiant Hawlucha, we'll take the knockout. So we will use Luxio here. We will use top entry to put deck. We'll use Bibarel, and then we'll use. Okay, so I wish we hadn't put the top entry down. Now see our opponent's aware of what we're doing, so we will evolve into the Luxray. We'll hold this turn. We will put Peony back on top of the deck though. Not from the turn. Use Energy Crush for 300 for us. So opponent probably is now aware that if they keep accelerating energy, we'll start to take one-hit KOs on the Shadow Riders. They are losing the prize trade. Good bosses up though, and if they do bosses up, we will struggle. There is also the flip side. When we take a big knockout here, if we knock out any of the Shadow Riders, we obviously lose power ourselves. But the Shadow Rider only has 20 left, and we can just attack with the Luxio, which I'm tempted to do. We don't lose a Luxray. It looks like our opponent's fully set up with Shadow Riders. Could go into this one. Finally retreat, which is not going to. Okay. Our hunters for 250. Yeah, we probably will need to actually go into the raid Luxray here, and we'll put our so we don't want to put okay. Energy I think we probably do want to go grab ourselves a rod, so we'll Cynthia that one to pick. In case we do have Shinx. Right, ourselves rod and probably Marnie for the turn. Rod back the Luxray, yep. Want to make sure we're not going to run out of resources here. We will prizers. That's fine. So we've got. So we just actually need a Rare Candy next turn. We'll take the knockout here for free. We have boss actually as well. So if we can get a Rare Candy, we should be in a good spot to win. Assuming we can get the Rare Candy. So I imagine they will retreat this Shadow Rider. How many Rare Candies have we got left potentially? We do have 2 left in the deck, so if we're lucky here, we will have. We do have the Rare Candies, so we will take the knockout on this, but just in case I'm miscalculating, always best to set up the next attacker for us, and we will then use this to go ourselves Luxray, put our Shinx down, and we'll evolve into the Luxray. Also getting it back, just for the safety. This is just me playing. Our opponent's going to skip. Well, they had lost anyway. I was just playing for safety there. But that's it. That's the power of Luxray. So thanks for sticking with us. And if you liked the content, remember to hit that like and subscribe button. And we'll catch you next time. So with that, we left the battle another day. Catch you later.